Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. The crypto space is moving up. The market cap is up to 227.7 billion, guys. We're adding to this number here. So money is being poured into the space. But everything seems to be moving with Bitcoin at this moment in time. It's not simply just a Bitcoin move because we're seeing Bitcoin dominance maintaining that 68.1%. So everything seems to be Bitcoin trading at 85.39, up 4.94. Ethereum at 150.65, up 4.66. And XRP at 0.221 cents, up 3.73%. And guys, when we look at the chart here, you can see this is Bitcoin on the daily, and we were looking at this bullish pennant yesterday. For those of you guys who remember yesterday's video, and now you guys can see that breakout there, okay? So a good indicator of bullish momentum, and sure enough, what did we get? Some bullish pressure upwards, and so now Bitcoin trading at 8,500. We need to pay attention to Bitcoin because it does dictate the rest of the market. And so, some people in the comments ask me, why do you talk about Bitcoin so much? This is an XRP channel. Well, despite the fact that I do talk a lot about XRP and I hold a lot of XRP, I do hold Bitcoin myself personally as well, albeit not as much as XRP, but I do hold some. Other people in the space might hold some too. It is that kind of anchor cryptocurrency, but not only that, guys, Bitcoin will dictate where the market goes, at least for the time being. It is relevant to the narrative. And so because of that, I'm going to pull out the Fibonacci retracement tool and bring it from the top of the last bull run back in the summer all the way down to the trough here. Okay, right when we saw Bitcoin go as low as 6,400. And I'm just going to show you guys where our next targets are for Bitcoin, so what we have to look for. And so as you guys can see, okay, this was obviously a target up here. Okay, and then the 0.786 line brings us to here. Okay, here and here. You guys can see that hitting there. The 0.168, okay, hit here and almost touched here. We'll say almost, okay, but you can see that that's where we are seeing buying and seller pressure change. So those are very key areas. And then the 0.5 level, obviously up here. We saw a lot of basing in and around here in that 0.5 level as well. And then the 0.382, you can see bottom before the reversal, and another one here. And here as well, okay, again, a lot of buying and selling, trading in that range. So that is our next target for Bitcoin, because right now we're down here. Okay, so down here, buying and selling before the uptrend. So I would say that our next target is around here, 92.70. Then we should see approximately 10,100. Then we're going to go up to 11,000. That's, I think, where the next level of resistance will be. Then finally 12,200. And then we have to break this point here, the 13,900, approximately 14,000 before we can see more bullish movement in the space. And just a quick glance at XRP, because we know XRP did move up too overnight. It went as high as 22.5 cents and right now trading at about 22. So guys, we'll keep our eye on this. We'll see where the cryptocurrency market goes in the near term. Then I saw this on Twitter from King Solomon at XRP_owl on Twitter. MoneyGram and a BixCash sign exclusive strategic agreement to expand presence in India. Now, we knew Ashish Birla back in 2018 was discussing how Ripple basically had a stronghold on 50% of India. And so that was before the MoneyGram deal. I mean, they could have been in talks with MoneyGram at that point, but now MoneyGram and a BixCash have signed a deal to help more of the Indian population. So here are some of the details of the strategic partnership. They include MoneyGram and their choice to use a BixCash as its exclusive partner in India. MoneyGram will now be able to reach additional customers through Bix's 320,000 distribution outlets spread across 768 districts, 4,000 cities, and more than 75,000 villages, significantly increasing coverage in rural areas. And those are key geographical locations for these countries that aren't necessarily as developed in certain ways as some Western countries, right? The rural areas, those people really need access to this technology more than probably anyone else. BixCash customers in these locations can now access the MoneyGram platform to affordably and quickly send or receive money to family and friends across over 200 countries and territories. The strategic partnership aims to service inward remittance volumes of $3 billion annually by targeting remitters in key sending markets outside India. BixCash expects net revenues for BixCash to be between $20 million and $35 million annually from this partnership once fully rolled out. So Ripple and MoneyGram taking more of the Indian market. Is this adding on to their 50% that Ashish Burla 2 years ago already claimed that they had in the bag? Or does this include the 50% and we just had no idea that MoneyGram and Ripple were talking this whole time? Interesting question to ponder, but I wanted to thank @XRP_owl on Twitter for that. Saw this from XRP Arcade. So newly launched exchange CryPTOSOOK lists XRP, and this is a cryptocurrency exchange based in Estonia, guys, and they have announced the addition of XRP on their platform along with BTC and USDC pairs. So another cryptocurrency exchange expanding their pairings, now adding XRP. Of course, you know, if we continue seeing more volume upwards and the bullish trend continue, we will see more FOMO for getting into cryptocurrency, like especially if we go over that 14,000. I think if we go over that $14,000 mark for Bitcoin, the media will latch on. Then $20,000 is not that far away from there. So if we just take it off the auto and we put it on log, what would the next level be? So after this 18.5, okay, we would be going up to 26,000. And then how far up does it go? 26, next level 33,500, and then finally 38,100. That's as far as this Fibonacci will take us so far, but one step at a time. We know that once Bitcoin reaches its all-time high, the sky really is the limit. And how long could this take? What will the trajectory be? Anyway, don't want to get sidetracked with that too much. Also from the XRP Arcade, L Bank, an exchange founded in October 2016, announced the addition of XRP on its trading platform on January 9th. So this from a few days ago now. L Bank is currently 9th. And guys, this is important. 9th on the coin market cap ranking for exchanges by adjusted volume, and has reached a total of $34,163,592,846 in volume in the last 30 days with 3.2 million users. Volume is key for these exchanges. Volume is what Ripple looks for when they are looking to partner with an exchange. And so this is looking great for XRP, trading pair with the USDT. Guys, I saw this from the Daily Hodl. Who's using Ripple's XRP payments product? These 24 fintech companies, they say they're on board, okay? And guys, it's only a matter of regulation before we see the rollout for ODL. And once we start seeing that, we will start seeing it probably at first, I'm not gonna lie to you, probably at first on a small scale, and then ramping its way up eventually. So I'm not going to read the top part of the article. I will link it in the description if you guys want to read it. Just going to read off the companies here: TransPay Go, JNFX, MoneyGram, V Americas, TransferGo, EuroXM Bank, SBI Virtual Currencies, Senfren, Remissa, BTC Markets, FTCS, BitTrue, GoLance, Bittrex, Bitso, Interbank, Coins.ph, FlashFX, Niem, Bitstamp, Qualix, MercuryFX, Catalyst, and IDT. So these guys are committed to integrating ODL once the time comes, and it's all a matter of time. Once those regulations come to pass, guys, it is going to be a flurry. I have a feeling it's going to be a flurry, and this is why, you know, buying XRP, and this is not financial advice by any means, but when we're in a market where we're trading at these prices, this to me is a gift. This to me, you know, screams, buy me, buy me. Yeah, okay. You get my point. You get my point. Not financial advice, guys. Please do not spend more than you can afford to lose, because it is your hard-earned money that you are investing. And so if you need that money, if you need access to this money, don't put it into cryptocurrencies. Put it in a bank account so that you can have access to it, so that you can pay your rent, just in case this takes more time than you initially planned. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And yes, I did buy XRP at 19.6. So in and around here, this area here, I'm in a pretty good spot for my cost average price. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Finally, guys, I saw this, and this from a few days ago now, and I know a few people have been talking about this. The stellar-based startup, the Thai stellar-based startup Lightnet, raised $31 million to replace Swift. And I know some of you guys are a little bit worried that these guys could be the major competitors to Ripple and XRP. First of all, guys, let's not forget, it's Stellar. Okay, all joking aside though, let's take a look at this. So Thai Stellar-based blockchain startup Lightnet has raised $31.2 million to boost cross-border payments in Southeast Asian countries. The Bangkok headquartered firm has completed a Series A funding round led by major financial conglomerates in the region, Singaporean United Overseas Bank and South Korea's Hanwha, I guess, Investment and Securities Business Insider Malaysia reported on January 10th. Okay, so here's what it is. They are looking to offer low cost and instant financial inclusivity and mobility to the 4 billion lives across Asia Pacific. Specifically, the firm is planning to promote financial mobility and inclusivity for the unbanked and underbanked Asians. So it sounds like they are looking to do the exact same thing that Ripple is doing. So let's just talk about this like people for a second. Let's get out of this article and let's just talk about this. Brad Garlinghouse himself has said that there are going to be multiple players in this space, and that creates a healthy environment for business competition. You never really want a monopoly, and so I'm going to play both sides here. I'm going to put on two hats here. You never really want a monopoly in these kinds of spaces because the company who has the monopoly will become complacent, and that's where shady things start to occur. To put it very broadly, to have a little bit of competition, Coke and Pepsi, they're both very, very popular. MoneyGram and Western Union, both multi-million-dollar companies, both get business. I mean, I can go on and on. There's Uber and Lyft, another one that has to do with technology. And you guys can see, in a lot of these instances, in a lot of these examples, one of the companies is far more prominent and far more successful than the other company. In some cases that shifts, like the Microsoft-Apple rivalry back in the 90s. Microsoft had so much of the market share, and then Apple reversed that. Okay, in 2004 they released the iPod, and that changed the course of personal computing, in my opinion, because the iPod was that catalyst, that landmark product that really got people interested in Apple again. And even if this does occur, it will be healthy for this particular sector. And not only that, guys, who do you think will be the bigger player in this game? Ripple. That's a good thing though, because it'll keep Ripple on their toes. It'll be fuel to keep Ripple innovating, to keep Ripple on top, to keep Ripple number one. And guys, who knows, one day, maybe 1, 2, 3 years down the road, Ripple will decide, let's make these guys an offer, and they might buy Lightnet out. That's always a possibility as well. So is this a Ripple killer? Is this the next XRP killer? I highly doubt it. Guys, if you want to read this article further, I will link it in the description, as I always do. And this, guys, from Crypto Guy at Matt46770311. Some of you in the XRP community need to read this. Hodl strong and stop checking on it. Our patience will be rewarded. And this, a tweet from Stephen Bartlett. You wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds. Hodl strong, people, and I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.